The life of a carpet cleaner.
Right, I take it back. I'm upstairs now. Van's here. I'm gonna walk out all the way over here. So first hour is literally spent taking all the equipment that's needed, the sense tenancy, oven, cleaning kit, carpet, cleaning kit, just gotta wait for all these cars and all that. Give me one light. And up here, which is all inclined upwards. A little bit there. Down here, which then starts to slope downwards. So I've moved carpet machine, all the attachments that's needed, both hoses, apostrophe wand, big wand, sprayer, chemicals, oven kit, both bags, bottles, and whatever, everything else I had to bring. SIBO, duster, yeah. This is nice alley. I don't want to go down in the dark, I'll tell you that. And that big house, if you can focus it, there you go. That is where the job's at. Ooh. And here's the job.
Let's dive deep into the life of a professional carpet cleaner. I'm Lee, this is Vapor Clean, and this is episode 53 of Behind the Cleans. It's Tuesday, the 2nd of July. Today is gonna be a crazy busy day. We have 2 new technicians doing their inductions. They've done a couple of shifts already. They've obviously done their trials. They were selected. We also have another one scheduled to start in a few weeks' time because they've got a notice period, but it's all part of our expansion. But 2 new technicians in for their inductions today. It's going to be a crazy busy day across the board. Lots of meetings to do. For me, lots of catching up and basically assessing where we are. So let's dive straight into it, see what's going on, and get this show on the road. How are we doing, fellas? All right?
Hello, mate. No,
Blake?
Blake, yeah.
Lee, nice to meet you.
Nice
Right,
to meet
Steve,
you, mate.
nice to meet you. Okay. Obviously, I'm Lee. I'm the MD here. I'm going to leave you in Jordan's capable hands, just because I'll probably bore you to death. He might actually keep you a little bit more entertained while you're doing your training and stuff. But yeah, we'll get you inducted, get you settled in, and then we'll look forward to having you as part of the team. Basically, you've done a bit of cleaning before, Steve? Is that right? Yeah.
Like kitchen clean, like a bit of carpet cleaning, but it was quite a long time ago.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I've got experience with ductwork cleaning and stuff like that.
Yeah, the mucky stuff. It's
Yeah.
always good fun. It's always good fun. But yeah, no, that's good. But obviously, feedback's been good. Kim's been very complimentary so far. So we'll get you all settled in and inducted and that, and then see how you go. But any questions, obviously, just ask the girls, Jordan, or my door's always open as well, and you'll get set up with. Why has this customer been using us for over 10 years? When you look after customers and you deliver on your promises made, they will continue to use you for as long as they need to. Today, we're working at Restaurant 5 in Winchcombe, just outside of Cheltenham. This is owned and run by Marcus Ashenford, a renowned Micheline Star chef and author. His restaurant is absolutely amazing. It's a very intimate restaurant. There's not too many covers there because he started this more about his lifestyle than winning more Michelin stars. We've looked after this customer for over 10 years because we have basically just simply delivered on the promises we've made all the way along. The first time we worked for him, it was an urgent clean required. We completed that clean, we exceeded expectations, and ever since he's had us back, not just to do the carpets, but to do the extractor system and much, much more. We're always thankful for all of our customers to continuing to support us, and we love maintaining these relationships. Couple of contract quotes this morning in Bristol. Nice to get out and go over and meet a couple of potential new clients, talk through their requirements. Same old stories really, people that are under delivering and basically the clients aren't getting the value for their money. So they're looking at other options and we're looking at how we can do it. One of them's a little bit different in the sense that they do actually have someone in-house, but they're not structuring it in a very efficient way. So that's where we can add value. We can look at the structure and try and make sure that it's done in a way that basically means they're getting the most out of their money. Essentially what they're doing is they've got a lot of hours, but they're just sort of laid out across the day. The operative doesn't know what they're doing when, they're just kind of left to their own devices and stuff like that. So they're not being very efficient with it. Heading back to the office now, got some stuff that's still causing us a headache. Vans. Oh, it is just a nightmare at the moment. The one van is obviously still in the garage. We don't know what's going on with that. They're not even looking at that properly until tomorrow. The other van, which is Ashley's van, if you remember, we said he was basically waiting to see if that AdBlue light was going to go off. It didn't go off. So he's now down, or as of last night, he was down to 300 miles left before it wouldn't start. We've spoken to the garage and they're a bit concerned that it might be a main dealer only repair, which we're trying to avoid because main dealers are booked up for God knows how long and really bloody expensive. So we have come up with a bit of a plan. We know a couple of different repairs that they're going to attempt and they think might fix it, but they need to get a proper look at it. So Ashley's going to drive it for today, but then because he's back down in Weston as well anyway, so he's then going to drop it off today. He can then van share with George for a few days because we can put them on 2-man jobs for the next week-ish to make sure we've got some time to get that one looked at. But yeah, it's causing some massive headaches at the moment. Vans are just the bane of my life, basically. But we'll get them fixed, we'll get them on the road, and we'll keep pushing forward, as always.
The places you see as a carpet cleaner. Working at a Grand Designs house. We're in the heart of the Cotswolds today and we are working at a Dutch barn house that was featured on Grand Designs many years ago. It's an absolutely beautiful house and they keep it in tip-top condition. It's another customer that we have been working for many years. We go back every year to maintain their carpets and their upholstery. As you can see by the video, their carpets are not looking dirty, but they are living by that rule of clean them before they look dirty and they'll last a lifetime.
Nice, it doesn't look great without that black water from that. Probably.
Maddie has been dealing with a complicated clean or a complicated quote this week. Check out the photos here. We'll put them in a bit of a slideshow so you can see what's going on. So tenants have moved out and you just don't expect this sort of stuff, or people don't normally expect this stuff. Unfortunately, we've seen it time and time again. But tenants have moved out of a pub and this is how they've left the flat upstairs. So there's lots of work to do here and it is a little bit complicated, lots of different things we've got to consider, and we're going to cover this. So at the moment we're quoting it, customer seems very keen and we're going to try and bring that one to you down the line. I will update you within this episode or before the end of this episode to let you know if this is definitely going to go ahead and when we'll be able to bring it to you. We may do it in a standalone video, we may just do it as part of a future behind the cleans, but let's see.
How long does it take for carpets to dry? That is the $1 million question, and it's one that many carpet cleaners will avoid. Honestly, myself included at times, but we use 2 different methods. This method you can see here is one that guarantees a 30-minute dry time. It's one of the best methods within the industry, and it can also be applied to upholstery, which you'll see in a second, as we had to tackle all of the chairs in a hotel. If you're not using this method though, it really comes down to the process that they use. It can take anything from a couple of hours to a few days for carpets to dry, but it shouldn't take days, and that is the biggest thing. Follow and subscribe to find out more hints and tips and the real reason why it shouldn't take days.
The joy in the voice, you can hear it, can't you?
So I've just spoken to the garage about George's van. That is really good news. I'll take that. Thank you. We have a final diagnosis and we know what needs repairing and what doesn't. Don't get me wrong, it's still not a minor repair, but it's not the £6,500 bill we're looking at. We're looking at somewhere between £1,000 and £2,000 repair bill. Now what we've got to do is we've got to go back to the warranty company, we've got to submit the quote that the garage have provided us with and see whether or not they will pay the bill. Don't get me wrong, it's not as a bad an issue as we thought it was at the start of all of this. Check back in last week's episode, click the link above if you haven't watched that one. But it's still a knock, you know, £2,000 potentially is not budgeted for, and it's not what we want. So we're going to fight the battle and see if we can get the warranty company to pay for it. What we've got to do is submit all the paperwork and then cross our fingers and wait for them to come back and approve it. It's not going to happen till next week though. So come back next week, make sure you check it out and see if they do approve that repair. It's not all fun and games as a cleaning technician. As you can see here, we've got Ashley working overnight in one of the tightest spaces we can work. He's had a rough week this week. He's had some fantastic carpet cleaning jobs, but he's had some long walks with it. He's visited a Grand Designs house and had a really nice, straightforward job there. But tonight, he's working all night. Why are we working all night? Because we have to complete the cleans when the customers need them done. By us making sure we don't inconvenience the customer, they're more likely to use us. They are saving money because they're not having to close their business when we're working overnight. No, it's not nice, it's not fun. I personally can't stand an overnight shift, but sometimes the needs of the customer have to come first. We've pulled some stats for June and we had an amazing April and May, but unfortunately we've really dropped off the cliff in June and it wasn't what we needed to be having, in all fairness. So we've got to look at what we can do to turn things around and make sure it doesn't happen again. So I'm looking at various different things, but what I need to do is share all of this with the team. So I'm going to be doing some training with the customer service team. I'm going to be revealing exactly what's happened, where it looks like we've not done as well before, and obviously what we were really achieving in April, and just talking about the different things that we can maybe do better going forward. So hopefully that all goes well and the team will appreciate it. Got a few different bits of training that we've got to do over the next few weeks, and we're always trying to improve and do better as much as anything else. 9 times out of 10 though, it's the stuff in the background that the customers don't see out there. I mentioned in a previous episode about moving the office around and trying not to create a them and us space. Click the link above if you want to check that episode out to find out the full reasons for doing it. We're going to make a head start though, so what we're actually going to be doing is we're reshuffling what is Kim and Ashley's office around, and I'm moving out of my office into there with them to free up my space, so then that becomes a meeting room space, a bit more of a well-being space for everyone in the office and the technicians coming in and support ops coming in. Danny's also moving out of the reception office and into the same office as us, so it will be all the leadership team in the same office. We are a bit concerned about creating that them and us space. We've spoken to a few of the team and there's not been any concerns raised, so we're going to give it a go and see how it pans out. This is Kim making a start on the tidying. We've got a bit of work to do and I'm going to be doing the rest later today. Well, that's it for another week. Whoa, just quickly. I actually forgot to let you know that unfortunately that pub clean didn't go ahead. We did provide the quote, they accepted the quote, but we had to look at dates and things like that, and they really just wanted it done a lot quicker, a bit quicker than what we could do it. They tried to arrange someone to go in and clear the rubbish before we got there, and basically I think they swooped in and they stole the clean as well. But it is what it is, these things happen. I think the technicians are probably quite happy. It's just unfortunate that we didn't get there to complete the clean. Well, that's it for another week. It's been a little bit quieter this week, but certainly no less stressful. We've had a lot of hurdles to get over, and we do need to try and get back on form as we were in April. Thank you very much for watching. Please do support the channel. Click the subscribe button below. Turn on the notification bell, and if you can drop us a comment to let us know what you liked, that would be really much appreciated as well. If you're not finished watching, you can click here for a video you may not have seen before, and you can click here for our latest upload. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Lee, this is Vapor Clean, and I hope to see you next week behind the cleans.